Hi everyone, welcome to Java Fever. So today we are going to continue our caching related video. So we have completed the intro part of caching. We have seen the how can we do caching in Spring Boot application, and after that we have did how can we install Redis in Windows. Okay, and now we are going to continue how can we do how can we implement Redis in Spring Boot application. Okay, so I have already discussed all the intro part in previous video. So if you want to see, then you can go and you can watch. So now in this video, we are going to cover only the coding part. Okay, so without wasting the time, let's start the coding part. Yeah, so this is my IntelliJ. So I'm going to create one Spring Boot project. Okay, so here I'm using STS. So I'm going to create with the help of this Spring Boot application, or you can create. There is other way to create. You can create with the help of Spring Starter. Okay, Spring Initializer. Okay, so let's create with the help of Eclipse project, and this is a Spring Starter project. Go to next, and yeah, so Redis caching demo, we can make it Redis POC, you can make it. Okay, and now we can make it Redis caching POC. Now make it Redis demo service POC. Okay, package com.java fever. Let's go next. We are going to use MySQL. We are going to use Spring Data JPA. We are going to use Spring Web and Spring Data Redis. Okay, so we need this Spring Data Redis. Okay, so we are going to check it. You can search from here Spring Data Redis. Okay, so I have already checked this, so it's showing inside this frequently used. Okay, so if you, and we need connector. Okay, MySQL connector also. Okay, so this is already checked there. So MySQL driver. Okay, and we are going to use Lombok. So I have checked the Lombok. Okay, if you don't want to use, then you can remove it. And now we are good. Okay, so we need only one extra thing, which is and we are also going to use dev tools. Okay, so we don't want to start our application every time, so Spring Boot dev tools. Okay, so we have added everything, and now we are going to click next. Okay, so this is our main dependency, which is Spring Data Redis. Okay, so click next and then finish. Okay, so it will take only 30 seconds to create one Spring Boot project. So this is the Spring Boot cassette demo. This is the previous things I did the POC. Let's close this project and let's create from scratch to understand easily. Okay, so Spring. So this is one. This is the main class of Redis caching POC application. Okay, Spring Boot application. So now I have already did the POC of code project. Okay, so let's copy some all the APIs from to save our time. Okay, so because we are going to concentrate only on caching part, not the code operation or CRUD operation. Okay, so let's copy all the things from this. Okay, controller, DAO, and model. I think this is the class. So yeah, controller, model, repository, and service. So copy it and make it paste here. Java, Sarsim and Java. Okay, and paste here. So I will show you what is there inside this API. So employee controller is there. So employee controller, we have four REST APIs. First is post APIs to add employee, get APIs to get employee by ID, delete employee to delete API, to delete employee by ID, and put API to update the APIs. Okay, so if you see the model class, so we have one employee class. Okay, this is the employee class. Here setters and getters methods are available, and here is the repository. Okay, it's extending the JPA repository, card repository, so we can perform the save, update, delete operation. Okay, so here all the service methods are there: add employee, find employee, delete employee, and service IMPL. Okay, add employee, so here it's using repository dot save employee repository. Okay, repository of find by ID, delete by ID, and it's updating. So firstly it is fetching data from DB, and then it's a saving, so it's updating because there is no update method in JPA repository, card repository. Okay, so it's done. So let's verify once are we able to perform the code operation or not. Okay, so first, for that purpose we have to add some configuration. Okay, configuration related to JPA. Okay, so in previous application we're going to copy paste to save our time. So these all are the, this is the permanent XML, sorry, we are going to copy from resource. Okay, application dot properties. Okay, so we have data source in JPA, so we are going to copy JPA. These are these all the configurations, and we'll paste here. Okay, so now we have database configuration, URL, username, password, and driver name, and we have Hibernate. Okay, uh, configuration. Okay, that is mandatory to use JPA query. So now JPA operation. Now we are going to start and we'll check what we are getting. Are we able to perform our code operation? If yes, then we'll perform caching inside this Spring Boot application. So let's quickly verify within 1 minute. Yeah, so our application is up on port 80, and now we are going to perform the post operation. Okay, we are going to add the new employee in our database. Okay, so let's check are we able to do or not. Okay, so we have created new data. Okay, so now id is 3 and name is Saurabh Raj. Okay, so let's create one more data. Let's make it Ravi. Sorry, let's make it Ravi. Yeah, so we have inserted inside DB. Okay, let's fetch the employee which is th- which ID is third. Okay, so we are able to fetch the employees also. So we are, it's working fine for us. So we are able to insert and we are able to fetch. So let's delete one data quickly. So it will be, or let's update it. So will be easy to understand. That means it's working fine. Okay, so we are going to update one data. So we are going to update third data and we'll make address HYD. Okay, and let's update it. So we are able to perform update as well. And let's get third one, are we getting updated one data or not? Yeah, we are getting HYD, so it's working fine. So now we are going to quickly implement, what we are going to implement, caching in this crude application. Okay, so we have one crude application or card application with 4 APIs: add, update, delete, and fetch, find. So for that purpose we have to enable Redis. Okay, inside this, so what we have to do to enable Redis inside this? So firstly we have to do at the rate enable caching. Okay, enable caching. Okay, we have already added the required dependency in pom.xml. Okay, so let's verify once. At the time of creating the project we have added this one, this is the required one. Okay, a Spring Boot starter data Redis, and this is for JPA, this is for Web, Spring Web, this is for dev tools. This is a my connector. Okay, this is Lombok, and we have now we have added the required dependency in pom.xml, and we have enabled caching in our main class, which is that is caching POC application. So now we are going to implement caching application. Okay, so this is add employee, this is find employee, this is delete by id, this is update employee. So on the top of the this is for the post api. So caching is not required for the post api because every time it will get the new data. Okay, so it and caching is required for get api. So we are going to at that cacheable annotation we are going to write. So with the help of this, okay, your cache will be enabled for this get api. So we are going to provide cache name and emp, or you can write employee as well. Okay, so and this is the get api. So we have to put cache evict. Okay, so this is mandatory to put all the supporting annotation when you are putting the cacheable. Otherwise you may not get consistent data. Okay, so we had on the top of the get api we have put it at the rate cacheable. On the top of date api we have put at the rate cache evict, and on the top of the update we have to put cache, what you have to put, cache put. Okay, so if you not put, then you will not get the consistent data. Okay, because I will explain. That means you have updated some data inside your db, but it did not update it in your cache. Okay, so this may cause of an inconsistent data. Okay, so if you are deleted from db and it is not deleted from cache, so it may create your data inaccuracy. So this is not the good thing. So that when you are implementing the caching, so it is necessary, it is mandatory to enable. Okay, on the top of the get api, on the top of the delete api, and on the top of the put api. Okay, all the on the top of the all the three apis you have to enable the caching. Either you are using redis or es cache or caffeine or any other cache. Okay, and this is done. So on the top of that this add not required because we are every time we're getting the new record, and that will be inserted inside db. Okay, so this is not related to our redis cache. So now we have put it all the caching related notation on top of the. So now we are going to use redis. Okay, so we have to install the redis inside our windows. Okay, so we have already installed. Okay, I have already installed, and you can go and watch the previous video how I installed. So firstly I'm going to start the redis. Okay, so this is the command to start the redis server. See, redis slash server hyphen server. Okay, so with the help of this our redis server will be started. So this is the command prompt. So go to command prompt and type this. So this is the port number 6379. Okay, on which redis has been started. So now let's go, and we have already did all the thing, uh, all the necessary thing to achieve our caching. So what we have to do next, let's this application is up, so let's go and hit the db. Okay, so now we are going to hit the db. Let's check. So firstly let's create one data, add employee. Okay, this is body ravi raj we are going to create, and our record is 52. Okay, let's fetch 52 record. 52, are you able to fetch or not? Let's check. Okay, we are getting some exceptions, so let's check what we are getting. Can't serialize. Okay, so when you are using the redis, so your model class should be dd class should be serialized. So here we have to use serialized, implement serializable. Okay, and after using serializable, let's hit again. So it should work now. If on, then we'll check. Yeah, so we are able to fetch the data. From where we fetch the data? We fetch the data from db because we are getting the hibernate query. Okay, so let's delete this, clear this console, and let's hit again to check from where we are getting the data, either from db or redis. So we are hitting the. Okay, so we are getting data from, we are getting data with the help of this get api. So let's check from where we are getting. So we are not getting anything in console. That means that it's not hitting to db, it's getting from redis. Okay, if you hit db, then you will get hibernate query. Okay, so this is the way we can implement the Redis. Okay, to avoid our to remove our to maximize our performance. Okay, so we have what we have did. So we are able to get the data with the help of the caching. So we are getting also the very less time with the in 50 millisecond it is able to fetch the data. Okay, so now let's do some other operation. Let's check inside this our this are we able to get or not. Okay, so this is the command prompt I have already started. So let's open one new command prompt in this terminal, and then we will check. So I have already opened in this terminal. So let's perform some to check are we able to store data inside this cache. Okay, in Redis, this is the Redis server I'm going to use. So how can you use Redis server? So I have already written some of command. Okay, this is the command. You can check CLI. Firstly we can check Redis CLI ping with the help of this Redis server is running or not. Okay, so I think it is working, because when you will do ping, so it will do pong. So that means that your Redis server is up. Command Redis CLI. Okay, so we have to write this command. Okay, so Redis is working on this port. Okay, 63 running is on this port 6379. So we can check. How can we check? So we have a command to check all the keys. So I have already written this Redis. Let's put this command and check. It's not working, so we can put this only start. Code is not required. What we can do here, keys Redis CLI. So now CLI is not required because this is the CLI, Redis CLI we are using. So we can use normally keys start. Okay, so here we are getting employee 52. Okay, okay, because one record is created inside this Redis. Okay, previously we are able to get employee by id, which is employee id 52. So it's a storing. How it is storing? It's storing, this is the key, which is employee colon colon 52. Okay, so it's storing employee and colon colon 52. This is EMPP, because I think we have written the wrong employee. So we are getting EMPP, I think. Yeah, EMPP. So this is no issue. This is a cache name. So this is the key. And how can we check value? So with the help of get, we have already written some get key name will be employee colon colon 52. So let's check. So this is the way by which we can check, but we are not able to get employee. So I think employee double p will be there. Let's verify. So get, this is the key. Yeah, so this is the value of our employee. Okay, that we have fetched with the help of id 52. Okay, so this is the value, it is stored inside this cache. Okay, you are able to see. So when we will hit the second time, okay, now we are going to add some new record, and then we will fetch. So firstly we are going to add new record, which is 102. Okay, id is 102. So let's fetch 102 with Ravi Raj. 102. Okay, so first time when you will try to fetch 102, so it's not there inside cache Redis. It is, so it will fetch from DB, and then second time it will fetch from, and it will fetch from DB, and it will update inside cache as well. Okay, so let's fetch from DB. So 102, that means the it 102 record has been fetched from DB. So so this is the query, fetch query. Okay, and it should be updated inside Redis, because once when it if it will be updated, then next time if we try to fetch with the same id, then it will fetch from DB. Sorry, it will fetch from Redis, not from DB. So let's verify once all the keys. So we have, now we have employee 102 and employee 552. So we are getting both the record. Okay, So this time if you try to hit the, then you will get from Redis, because this data is available inside Redis. So see, this the data 1 is available inside DB, so we are able to get with the help of the DB. And this is the previous one. Okay, previous. So we have only got the one one query. Okay, that was the previous one. We did not clear the console, so we was getting. So let's again hit. Okay, we have already cleared the console, so we should not get any DB query inside this console. We are not getting any DB query because our data is already available inside Redis cache. Okay, inside Redis server. Okay, so we have faced 102. So like this, it will work. So let's delete the data 102 and check it should also delete it from DB as well as cache. Otherwise, if you delete from DB and it will not delete it from cache, then second time if you try to get from data, then it will get, because your data is available inside Redis and it is not available in DB. So your caching should be also impact get put and delete. Okay, its data should be also deleted inside Redis as well as DB. So let's delete data and check, are we able to delete from cache as well or not. So let's, yeah, this is the delete. We are going to delete 102 with the help of this API call. Yeah, we have deleted, we are getting 200. So let's check. This is the delete. I think this is the delete API it's calling. Okay, so it's got deleted. So let's remove this and let's check once. So here it should not, our data should not be available inside cache. So previously we have checked, we have employee 102 and employee 52. So let's verify once all the key. So now we have only one record, which is 52. 102 has been deleted from cache, from Redis. It is not available uh, inside your Redis. Okay, so this is the way by which we can delete from cache as well, and DB as well. So if you want to update, so how can we update? Okay, so we have already put it at the rate cache put. Okay, so cache name employee. So this is the way on the top of the update operation you have to put at the cache put, and then you will be able to update. Okay, update inside DB as well as Redis. Okay, so let's update once data and check, are we able to update or not. So let's call any up. Yeah, this is the update we are going to. So now we are going to update ID 102. Okay, and name should be Raj, Saurabh Raj, and HYD, and let's update it. Okay, so what we are getting here, let's check. Can't invoke string because DB employee is null. Okay, we have deleted the 102, so it's not deleting. So I think we have one data which is I think we have already 52. I think so. Let's 52. Let's update this 52. Okay, because 52 already available inside Redis as well as database. So let's update this 52 and we'll check. Now what is 52 value? Firstly, let's verify what is 52 value. So inside our 52, if you are fetching without update, so we are getting 52 Ravi Raj Delhi. Okay, so let's update 52 with the help of other name Saurabh Raj. We are going to make it 52 Saurabh Raj and HYD. So let's update. Yeah, so we have updated. Okay, so first time we are calling the update call, so it should be updated inside DB as well as Redis. Okay, so this is the update query of. Okay, so our data got updated inside DB. So let's clear the cache and let's check inside our, where inside Redis it is updated or not. So this is the Redis, this is the terminal. So let's key start. We have only 152. Yeah, see, employee ID 52, Saurabh Raj, HYD, and phone number. So this is the updated record we have. Okay, so next time if you try to fetch the data, employee data 52, so it will be fetch from Redis, because Redis is also updated. Okay, it will not from fetch from DB. So let's fetch from, and it should not hit the DB. Okay, so that means that we will not get anything in console. So let's also remove the console and let's try to hit the get API. So we are going to hit the get API, which is 52. Let's hit. So we should get 52. We are getting here Raviraj. Why we are getting Raviraj here? We should get name our. So Raj. It should get from, okay, because we did not, we have to. So let's make it key as well, key double colon slash p0. Okay, so okay, let's do and then check. We are going to also put key for this. Okay, key dot id. Let's put key as well and check, are we able to update the record or not in Redis. So let's do has p and 0 has p and 0 p0 dot id. Let's check once, are we able to get the data or not. So let's update and then again check. We are updating the 52 with the name. This time we are moving to Raj. Okay, yeah, so Raj HID we are getting in response, so it should also updated in cache. So we are able to update cache, but we are not able to get the record. So now we have solved Raj. Okay, this is 52. This is the previous one. So let's hit the get API and check what we are getting. Yeah, we are getting a Raj. Okay, so this time we are getting the correct data. Okay, so this updation is done in DB as well as in Redis. Okay, so let's verify once again. Okay, previously it was not working because we have missed the key. Okay, so without, if you are not using the key, so it will not get any issue for the get. Okay, and delete, but for update it will, data will not be recorded, so it will better to use key. So here we have used the key. So we are using the string 3.x, so we are using has p0. Okay, and before uh, spring 3.0, any you can use any key, any array as a key. Okay, so this is the index number 0. This is the, so let's again hit and check, are we getting the correct data or not. Okay, let's hit the update API again. Put, I'm going to change the same name. So this is ID 52. I'm going to make it Rahul Ras. Okay, so and ID is 52. So let's update our DB 52. So it should hit the DB because okay, so we are getting the update. Okay, because this is we are going to hitting the first time with the different. Okay, we have updated our data. Okay, so this is, we are clearing the console. Let's check the terminal as well. In terminal we are getting the only get API. Okay, we are not getting the put records. So let's fetch from Redis. Okay, so this time it should not hit the DB. Okay, so we should not get any query, and we should get the correct data, which is Rahul Lal. When you will fetch the 52, let's fetch 52. Yeah, so we are getting the correct data, which is Rahul Lal, and it should not hit the DB. Let's check. Yeah, it's not hitting the DB. That means that we are getting the correct data from our Redis server. So this is the way by which we can implement Redis inside our Spring Boot application. So I hope you understood all the points. Okay, let's again check the get APIs. Get we already checked. Let's delete one. Let's delete the what record and let's check. So we are going to record 52. Delete 52 this time. Let's delete 52. So yeah, it will delete from DB as well as cache. That means the Redis. So delete operation has been performed in DB, and then it should not be available. Get API should not be available inside cache. So let's verify once. Yeah, so data has been deleted. One data has been deleted. Yeah, we are getting only one record, which is I think this is old one. Okay, so this is the way by which we can perform caching inside our Spring Boot application. I hope you understood all the point. If there is any doubt, so you can let me in comment section. I have tried to make you understand every point. So I will share this course to you on GitHub, and I will share the link in description. Yeah. So thanks for watching. If you're loving my effort, please like, share, and subscribe. Bye, everyone.